All right, come on. Oh, we are live. Greetings, humans. Greetings, and welcome back to another fun-filled episode. Bear here, 29-year veteran of... That would be the woods, people. That's where bears live. Yes, indeed. Well, people... We've actually got a very special show for you today. Yes, indeed, it's a Rambo. Not one, not two, it is Rambo III. That would be the watch-along. So hopefully a number of you out there are either already have, or maybe you're going to rent a Rambo number 3 out there. If you check the, the description out there, Bear has, let's see, what was it? It was YouTube... Google Play, Amazon, Apple. There's probably one or two others out there. And of course, you go sailing to high seas out there, but don't tell Sly that. Don't tell Sly that. He's wants his money. Wants his money for his Gulfstream jet out there. So there you go. If you want to check that out, go ahead and do that. Great to see P Money here. He's going to plan on being here. Great deal. Good deal. Anyways, the reason for the season out here. Actually, we actually have a book coming out from. Let me see. Hold on, just one second. Oh, I'm in the wrong thing. That would be one reason why. There we go. That's why it wasn't working. We are the reason for the season. We actually have from your boy Zach out there, aka Richard C. Meyer. He has. Teamed up with Sly Stallone and Chuck Dixon, Dick's out for Dixon, to write a Rambo, kind of a prequel Rambo comic book called First Kill. So if you want to check that out, a website out there called Indiegogo, you go there, search. You can either search for First Kill, or Bear's actually got it in the description there. So if you want to check that out, go right ahead. Looks like they're doing really well. $222,000, people. That is crazy. That is insane, people. So looking forward to that. We're promoting the book, and we're also going to be doing a watch along as well. We're going to start that maybe about 5 or 10 minutes from now. So if you're watching this after the fact, just skip ahead. Hopefully Bear will have chapters in at that point, but I just skip ahead about 5 or 10 minutes or so, and we will start the show. But we're going to have a couple minutes here, bring a couple people in, hopefully get everybody ready and situated there. Let me see here. P Money says, I said, honey, I'll be upstairs on a movie date with Bear. Ay, wording on that one. She said, if I didn't know you and know who Bear was, I'd probably call someone to take you away in an ambulance. That would be straight to the crazy factory. There we go. He also says, I have a screen with Rambo in front of me and chicken wings, and a Pepsi next to me. Well, 2 out of the 3 ain't bad. 2 out of the 3 ain't bad out there. Great to have Amy here. Great to have Amy. Actually, by the way, I got to thank Amy out here. She actually made this beautiful little rendition here of Bear and Little Timmy watching a movie and throwing popcorn at each other. So hopefully Amy will be able to stick around here. We're going to have some fun with Rambo. Yes, we are. Actually, speaking of which, great stuff. Thank you, Amy. Do appreciate that. And say hello to Melissa as well. Do appreciate that. Speaking of which, just really quickly out there, since Bear is not going to be around when they do launch it, we actually have, let me find it here, one of the other books out there, Rambo. If you're not familiar with the whole independent comics gate sort of situation, a number of independent artists out there put up books on Indiegogo, have them funded that way, and then shipped out to people. One of the other bigger books out there, I just want to mention it here real quick since Bear's not going to be here for it, is CyberFrog 3 from Ethan Van Sciver out there. We call him Uncle E. He is launching on July 4th. That would be That would be Independence Day. So go ahead, do check that out. He'll have all the information there on his channel. It's called Comic Artist Pro Secrets, so you can go check that out if you so desire out there. Anyways, good stuff. Let's see, Tuesday, July 4th. Gonna be doing that. Let me a little picture of it there. Some crazy detail. If you've never seen Uncle E doing some work out there, just some amazing work, and CyberFrog 2, excellent book, probably the best book in Comicsgate. So please do, if you do know nothing about any of this stuff, please do check it out. Bear knows he's got a number of new subscribers and new viewers out there, so please do check that out. That's kind of the reason for the season here, people. You only have 170 odd shopping days left till Christmas, so you gotta get on it. Gotta get on it right away, people. Gotta get on it right away. So anyways, CyberFrog 3 coming out pretty soon. Bear does his shows Saturdays and Wednesdays, so it's not going to be around for the launch, but man, oh man, that is going to be probably $1 million campaign there. Probably 2 or 3 million at least. So there we go. Pretty good stuff. Amy says, Lisa waves. She says she's glad you like the Timmy and Bear throwing popcorn. Yeah, there we go. Pretty good stuff. Where was that? There we go. There they are. There we are. Well, Bear waves back. P-Money says, oh, Bear and Amy, happy Canada Day. What? Spending it hanging out with Bear watching Rambo. That's right. A Canada Day. You're trying to take Bear's thunder. Gosh darn it. We have our Independence Day. For crying. When's our time? When is our time? Well, anyways, congratulations on your Canada Day out there. I'm assuming drinking maple syrup, possibly drinking maple syrup out there. Yes, indeed. Very cool. Very cool. Oh, once again, if you want to look down into the description, that is where Bear has a number of places where you can go and check out. Let's see, Google Play, YouTube, Amazon, Apple. There's probably a couple others out there as well if you just want to check it out. Rent along, and we'll be playing. Bear cannot play the movie. It would get Bear banned, probably thrown way off of YouTube. Way off of YouTube. So what we have going on here, let me just skip to it real quick so everybody can kind of figure out what's going on. We're kind of dividing this up into different chapters, different segments, that sort of deal. So we have a kind of a chapter here. There's Rambo looking out over Thailand out there. So it's just going to be static images. Hopefully, the way Bear's timed this, obviously we don't have that many pictures in there, but the way Bear's timed it, hopefully we have it where as we're watching along in the scene, you'll be able to follow along. It will go ahead on the scene there just a little bit, so sometimes individual scenes might get a little spoiled just because it goes ahead in time there, but hopefully this way you'll be able to kind of watch along and keep along with it, and everything will make sense. Even if you don't have the movie right in front of you, you can kind of figure out what's going on with Rambo and Colonel Trautman here. Which, by the way, in addition to First Kill out there, they also have oops, that's not it. That would be the Dale Keown cover. They actually have, don't know if many people out there know of the Critical Drinker, does movie reviews and all that sort of stuff. He actually also is going to be doing a separate book along with the First Kill campaign. Gosh, what was the name of it? I want to say A Different Kind of War. I think that is the name of it. It looks pretty good. Kind of a watercolor deal. Anyways, the Critical Drinker out there wrote the story to that. So very interesting. If you're a fan either of Rambo or maybe Colonel Trautman out there, or possibly the Critical Drinker. Let me try that again. The Critical Drinker. Go ahead. Check out the first. Gosh dang it. There we go. The first kill campaign from your boy Zach. From your boy Zach out there. Let's see. Amy says, our time is 3 days later. That's right. If July 4th is on a Tuesday, do you have a 4-day weekend? Well, some people do, some people don't. There's some kind of consternation there. Some people actually have to come in on Monday, work the one day, and then get the day off again. It's kind of an odd thing there. We're not a bunch of socialists out there in Europe. We actually have to go to work. So some people do have to go to work on Monday. If you're a federal worker, probably have it off. I think the state workers have it off as well, but some of the local people, and of course, your regular business owners out there, they might have to go in that day. Let's see. Oh yeah, a poor Richard Crenna, the great Rambo star, taken from us too soon in 2003. That's true. That is true. We will miss the great Richard Crenna out there. Interesting kind of watching this film. He was a very serious character in the first two films. Kind of has some funny moments in this film. So it's interesting to see Richard Crenna kind of have a little bit more of a humorous turn or a humorous take, especially kind of in it's not gritty. I wouldn't call it gritty, but an action-adventure movie. So you got to have a little bit of a comic relief. So there you go. Pretty good stuff. Somebody says, we got thunderstorms here, so no fireworks tonight. Well, hopefully your power stays on. When Bear gets thunderstorms down here, oh man, sometimes the power goes out. So hopefully P-Money's able to stick around here. All right, let's see. Oh gosh, we are 12 minutes into it here, people. I think we've got a number of folks here that's going to want to check this out. So let's go ahead and let me just see here. Hold on just 1 second. Because it's on a little bit of a delay here. I'm just doing this as a test. Let's just see how long this takes. Oh, it shows up right away. Well, of course, for Bear, it shows up. Let's see. Okay. Either P-Money or Amy out there. On 3, just type in something and hit enter. Bear wants to see how long the lag will take here. So, all right. Here we go. Here. 1, 2, and 3. Hit it. All right. So we're waiting. We're waiting here. We're waiting. Solomon. Okay, there we go. So, I don't know. 15 seconds or so. Maybe 15 seconds. So, just keep that in mind. Bear's going to try and sync it up the best he can here, but might be about 10 or 15 seconds off here. Oh, and also, different places have different starts with the Rambo. Bear's seen some where the Lionsgate logo shows up. If it just happens to show up, just skip ahead about 30 seconds or so. It should start with the Carlico. Is it films? Production company? Whatever there. All right, so if we are all ready, P-Money has already downloaded Rambo on my tablet, so I should still be able to watch Rambo, I guess, even if the power goes out. So there we go. And Bear also learned from the last time. Gosh darn it, you can't play the dang movie on the Apple and stream at the same time. So Bear's got it on his tablet as well here. All right, we're going to count it down, people. We are going to count it down. We're going to count it down from, let's see, hold on 1 second. Here we go. Count it down from 5 here. So 5, 4, that would be 3, people. 2, 1, and action. All right, so here we are. Oh, God, let me start it here. Golly. That would help. All right, there we go. So we've got the Carlico. Carlco, however you pronounce it. Great. I mean, any of the great action movies of the, late 80s, early 90s. There you are. All right. Why can't I hear this? Sylvester Stallone. Sly Stallone. In Rambo 3, dun 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 dun, Rambo's got a knife, and he's gonna stab you in the face. Yeah, the Carlico. Yeah, the big C. The big C out there for Jimmy. Let me see if this is working here for Bear. There we go. A great intro. Probably one of the best intros of the series here. Just gets right to it. No messing around, no funny business. Colonel Trautman's on the hunt for somebody we haven't figured out just yet. Kurtwood Smith, man, oh man, just about in every action movie of the 80s and 90s there. RoboCop, number of others. Spiros of Focus out there. You got to be a professional out here, people. A professional broadcaster. Otherwise, you might mess up that name. Here we go. I love the intercutting here. Love the intercutting that they have in between here. They're definitely looking for Rambo. Gotta find him. Where is Rambo? Here we go. I think it's lining up here pretty quickly. You're gonna see the fight here on the screen, but if you're following along with us, we've got a mysterious person out here. I love the red bandana. There you go. Who could it be? Oh, it's Rambo. Oh, who knew? Who knew? Just a boss scene right here. This could be, I mean, he's just walking straight into the freaking fight that they're going to be having here. You just don't see this anymore. All practical. I mean, all extras that they brought in for the fight here and everything. We'll talk about the director here in just a second, but everything was shot practically. So everything was in camera. There's no CGI or anything like that here. So he was saying that even though they're actors here, sometimes the blocking would be a little bit off, and they would knock each other with the stick or something like that. Every once in a while, would accidentally hit the director. Kind of some funny stuff there. So all practical stuff. You will not see this in a modern day film. Modern day, not like they used to. This could be the end scene for most movies. This could be like the final boss battle. No, this starts out. This starts out with the movie. Great editing, by the way. Great editing through the whole movie here. Look out, Rambo! Pretty good. I mean, some great fight sequences. Great fights. Watch out, Rambo. There's Trautman. They finally found where he's at. He's like, you got to go find the death fight. Like, oh, okay. Watch out, Rambo. Rambo's gonna get killed before the first 5 minutes of the movie. We're just gonna be a blank movie after this. Yeah, all this is practical. All this is real. It's not like they pulled any punches. Speaking of pulling punches, ow! The old crotch throw. They don't teach you that at the dojo. There you go. Oh, got the roundhouse kick. That'll come back later. A callback. They're pretty cool. I mean, they are really going at it. Takes him down. I always thought it was funny, like, we assume it's like a fight to the death here, but like, what if it was just like a regular fight and Rambo's like, he's gonna like kill the dude? It's like, no, Rambo, hold on, man. We're just supposed to be fighting, not killing each other. You know, it's like, oh well, Rambo's such a noble warrior. He let that guy live, and it's like, well, what if he wasn't supposed to kill him in the first place? What if it wasn't a fight to the death? Let's him go. Getting too soft, Rambo. P-Money asked if Rambo lost the fight, would Kurtwood just say, never mind, let's pick the guy that beat him? He didn't really get a whole lot of money there. I guess the other guy took it. He spent it all on cigars. Kind of the Asian Popeye. There we go. This is like 6.5 minutes into the movie, and that's the first words, first lines. It's John. That's just goes to show how they use the images to tell the story rather than a whole lot of dialogue or anything. So pretty cool stuff. Rambo is fighting to pay off the monks, apparently. Pretty cool. Jerry Goldsmith did an excellent job with the soundtrack. I thought all the stuff was really, really good. Really good. All right. They are coming up to the temple here. Check it out. Pretty cool. Again, all practical stuff. Long way up there. Long way up there. There they go. Oh, I switch it over here. There we go. Going all the way up. All the way up. Rambo, based on David Morrell, the characters in that book. Written by Sylvester Stallone and Sheldon. Is it Lettuce? Whatever. So there he is, just working away on the temple. And this is actually a temple that was being built. They again, shot everything practically up there. So they're working on it. Great find, I guess. Great location scouting. And by the way, Sylvester Stallone was afraid of heights, so trying to get him up there was kind of interesting. How they got him to do cliffhanger, I don't know. Peter McDonald. We'll talk about that real quickly here. He was replacing the director. He was the second unit director. Ended up replacing the original director like about a week or two after they started shooting. So wasn't the original director that did all the stuff, but like this tracking shot here, he's doing a great job. I mean, that's difficult work, especially on location. So did really well. Did a really good job. I think he had worked on the second unit for, I believe, the first and second movies there, mainly action sequences. I think he also specialized in some of the helicopter scenes. So very interesting. Did really good job. Bear thought did a really good job with it. Not necessarily many iconic images that you would come from this movie, but more a workman-like director. So just kind of getting it in, getting it out, and making a good movie. Still trying to figure out what they were supposed to go to Afghanistan to do. Like they're just gonna go and they're gonna look. It's like, oh yeah, there's some bad stuff happening in Afghanistan, and that's it. I don't know. Kind of interesting. The movie came out about 4 or 5 months after the Soviet Union left Afghanistan in 1990. 98, I think it was 98, if Beer remembers correctly. So just a little bit of unfortunate timing on that part. And of course, we'll get into it later with the whole Afghan situation there. But Probably Bear had to come back and rewatch this. Enjoyed the first two movies. Didn't really remember too much about the third movie here, but man, it's a really, really excellent action movie. Probably one of the best action movies, especially of the '80s. Probably one of the best out there. So they did a really good job. It was the most expensive movie at the time. I think something like $65 million. So there you go. P-Money asks, so Rambo died in the first book. Was it Stallone's idea? He lives in the first movie to do other movies. I don't know if they were going to do... They had an idea to do other movies. I think it was more... Stallone took a look at the character and just kind of figured out, okay, this is the best thing for the character at the time. I don't think it had anything to do with any more movies. Another great scene here in the temple. Again, all practical stuff. Really cool. I like how they started it in kind of tight, and then kind of they'll move out here in just a moment. So pretty cool stuff. Another good tracking shot here. And a lot of good. They had to. This movie is a little bit different, where they had to do a lot of the exposition up front. Normally, Rambo in the first two movies had kind of a big monologue at the very end of the movie. There's none of that in this one. Basically, he's see you later, kid, and just drives off. This one didn't really have a big monologue, but they had to put in a lot of the exposition up front, because after about 15 minutes or so, it's all just straight action. It's special stuff. Yeah, you don't have to be a good sculptor. You just have to find the right rock. That's all. One of the things to watch for is, does Rambo kind of have a character arc with this? So he's, still kind of soul searching for himself out there. So does he kind of come back around and find himself at the end of the movie? That's kind of a question to keep in mind. And the first two Rambo movies, kind of a coda for the Vietnam War, kind of how that sort of turned out. So that's where Rambo is coming from. He's like, all right, I've already fought the war. I want to stay here at the temple. Nice shot. I like that shot. I like this shot too, of the sunset. Pretty cool. Pretty cool out there. P-Money says, I kind of get mad at Richard Crenna here. Like Rambo wants to retire, and he keeps trying to convince him to keep fighting. That's true. This is true. This is true. Bear does not have this scene here, so it's a good opportunity to take a pause here for just a second and tell everybody about the First Kill book. Do want people to check that out. Some really good stuff out there. There's the Dale Keown cover. Some good stuff out there. So if you're enjoying the watch along here, please do go check out Indiegogo, and that's where you'll find First Kill. That would be the comic for Rambo. Some good stuff out there. Some great artists. Aaron Alfeche, Butch Geis. There's a couple others as well out there. Beer can't remember right off the top of his head, but a good book. So please do go check out. It'll be called a First Kill out there. Yeah, they're really blowing stuff up. Blowing stuff. Yeah, 15 minutes in, they're already blowing stuff up like crazy out there. Gosh darn, AK-47 just won't work. Poor Richard Crenna. Still trying to figure out what he's doing in Afghanistan. Not really sure. So Richard Crenna, Trautman out there, he gets captured. So now the story begins. Basically, P Money, kind of the refusal of the call is what they would call it, and kind of the hero's journey. So hey Rambo, we need you to come help us out. No, I can't do that. Refusal of the call, and now he gets the bad news. Oh my gosh, Trautman, he's been captured. So now the movie begins in earnest as Rambo goes out and tries to find and return his friend. P-Money says, too bad Rambo wasn't in the group for some reason. Villains never as accurate shooting when Rambo is on the screen. This is true. Well, I don't know. We'll see some of that later. How that kind of turns out. One of the really interesting things with Stallone, kind of the difference, I suppose, with Schwarzenegger out there, they had that kind of legendary rivalry out there. Stallone, even though his neck is as big as his head here, a big muscular dude and everything, just working out like crazy, he still has vulnerabilities. He still has, not only mentally, some vulnerabilities out there, but later on we'll see some physical vulnerabilities. So that's kind of interesting, rather than just, rushing through everything, and can't be harmed or can't be killed or anything. So, anyways, we're here at the market in Peshawar, Pakistan. There we go. Kind of an interesting thing here. We'll talk a little bit about this in just a little bit, and actually where they were shooting. Kind of interesting stuff here, but for right now, we're in Peshawar, Pakistan. Kind of the interesting thing at the very beginning of the movie, when they were showing people the pictures of Rambo, hey, have you seen this guy? It's actually this right here. You can see it was the picture from the Peshawar scenes that they took. But kind of, maybe they invented time travel. You never know. Interesting character here, the smoking fella. Very interesting actor. Just the deadpan pull of the cigarette there. It's an interesting actor. Very interesting. This is what they don't have these days in modern movies, is interesting. It's always just somebody that looks like they've got off of a beauty commercial or something like that. It's completely flawless. It's like, come on, give me a break. Very interesting how the Rambo series kind of blends fictional. Obviously, it's a fictional film, but a real life situation. So again, Afghanistan, they had the issue, unexploded landmines out there. People are losing their legs. So kind of interesting, where you have your store of prosthetic limbs and firearms. Kind of interesting. Rambo is no tourist. Not at all. P Money asks, so is this like a guns and ammo Walmart? It's true. And prosthetic limbs. And prosthetic limbs. Very interesting combination. a blue light. Some good humor in here. I mean, it's not like a Marvel film or anything like that, but sneaking in some humor and jokes out there, some good stuff. Later on in the film, Rambo has a bow and arrow. Bear's trying to figure out, like, where does he get the bow and arrow from? Maybe it's in his bag there, I suppose. Got to keep an eye on that. Keep an eye on that. Another stare down by Rambo. You didn't learn the first time. He's no tourist. I like how they kept the scar on his face there from the second movie. In the second movie, Rambo's being tortured by the Russians, and they are trying to make him talk. So they scar him on the face there. Kind of interesting. Very interesting. There we go. Poor Trautman being interrogated by the Soviets. Which, by the way, he's got the chess. He's got the chessboard right. Like, is he waiting for somebody to come play chess with him? Like, obviously, it isn't the big, the muscle there. He's just like, oh, finally, somebody to play chess with. It's about time. Been in Afghanistan forever. I always forget this guy's name. Not the most memorable villain. I think he's a good villain, but it's kind of more of he's, a proxy for the entire Soviet Union. They didn't make him that specific as far as a villain, as in Bear's opinion there. Interesting. They give him some depth. I mean, they've got the family that they show here. He's trying to prevent the Stinger missiles from coming in and shooting down his people. So he's trying to work with Trautman here. And then, if you didn't get the hint, like there's Lenin right there. He's kind of a stand-in, I guess, for all of socialism or communism out there. Has some specificity to it, but also is kind of generic as well. He's a good enough villain, I suppose. Probably the biggest villain is the helicopter rather than the colonel. I think he's a colonel here. Apimai says, first chess, afterwards Monopoly. Missiles. I think it's kind of interesting where he's, it's not just a straight torture. He's actually trying to, maybe help his men. Hey, I need to find out where these missiles are coming from. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, who would be stupid enough to invade Afghanistan and try and stay there for several years? That's just dumb. It would be a good line if if we weren't back in Afghanistan for like 10 years later, 12 years later. There we go. So we've got quote Afghanistan here. Afghanistan, look at the beautiful vistas of Afghanistan. Actually, they shot this in Israel, so all of the Islamic, Republic of Afghanistan here is all shot in Israel. In fact, they've using Mr. Fukas here, Israeli actor, a very well-known Israeli actor. This is a little bit of a mad. Of course, they don't have the giant mountains in Israel there, but the rest of it is it's all Israel. A little bit in Arizona as well. I think some of the big horse scenes were filmed in Arizona, but the rest of it's good old Israel. Who knew? Yeah, they don't take it at all. Something like this. I do like the sort of humor that they have in here. Good stuff. P Money says, thanks to Rambo, Afghanistan never becomes a problem for America again. This is true. That's kind of one of the unfortunate things. This is a really good movie. It usually after, 10, 15 years, sometimes a lot of the older movie, Israeli Air Force here. We never see the jets again. They're just in there for that one quick scene, and that's it. One quick shot. So it's kind of unfortunate, a little bit that it wasn't really given its due, because everybody says, well, you're helping out the bad guys, in the movie. Well, we'll get to some of that here in just a little bit, but yeah, kind of unfortunate on some of that levels. But I tell you, you could probably put this in a movie theater today, and it still holds up. Bear was really surprised how well it's. Some of the themes a little bit off there, but just the movie itself holds up just excellent. Really good stuff. Apparently, they built this entire base there in Israel out there. So very interesting. Very interesting. The missiles. Oh, they're close. They got some good humor in here. I like this. I think this is probably the most the one movie that has the most profanity in it, at least up until this point. I think maybe there was one or two swear words in the second movie, and I don't recall if there was many in the first one. Oh, there goes the smoking guy. He got there quick. He must have had a really fast horse. John Rambo. Gosh darn it. P Money asks, I wonder in real life how badly that hurt his hands hanging there like that. Hands and probably elbows and shoulder as well. They might have a platform underneath that raises up. You really don't see his feet that much, so maybe. But again, all practice. Nope. Take that back. Take that back. Take that back. Well, it was either that or he was a body double. You never know. The gun and prosthetics shop owners have private jets. Wow, pretty cool. He's got his own helicopter. They never really specify where this is at, but right on the border, right close to the border. So the Muhuajin. There we go. There they are. They don't really factor in that much in the movie. Mainly the villagers here, but the Muhajin, not so much. Kind of funny story with the kid. Sly Stallone didn't really like the kid that much. He was kind of annoyed with the kid, so he wanted to kill him off. In the movie, not in real life. Not in, well, maybe in real life, but kind of interesting. They kept the kid around, but it's kind of interesting that he's like, this kid's a brat. Yeah, he just picks up the mine. Like, oh yeah. One of the things that Sly Stallone kind of talks about with Rambo is kind of more of a sort of childlike, take on it. So it's kind of interesting that he picked that up for kids. I wish that guy survived. He's kind of like the Russian Rambo. It's kind of pretty cool. It would have been interesting to see kind of on the flip side, on the other side of the Iron Curtain there, kind of their own version of Rambo. That would have been kind of interesting. So Rambo's here. He's trying to talk with all the villagers out there, trying to figure out a plan to assault the fort and get Trautman back. It's really convenient that everybody speaks English too. Oh, I'm sorry, P Money. Sorry about that. Well, it never shows him dying. I mean, he could just get a flesh wound, maybe. I don't know. Yeah, should have said spoiler alert on that one. Go through the minefield. Sure, why not? What the hell? Indian guy that's playing an Afghanistan guy. Okay. So this character here is kind of interesting. This sort of village chief, I suppose you can call him, based upon a gentleman called Masood, who was the Lion of Afghanistan during the Soviet days, and then after the fact, he was actually the very first casualty right before 9/11. He was leading I want to call them the Northern Alliance or something like that. The situation, September 11th, all that sort of stuff. They probably knew that, America was going to come into Afghanistan and kick some butt, so they were going to team up with, some old people that they had back in the day there. It was Masood, the lion there of Afghanistan. They actually had him back before he unfortunately died there. He actually wrote some of the dialogue here, so talking about the villagers on the other side of the valley there getting slaughtered and everything. Those were all dialogue that he came up with. So very interesting. Kind of a interesting quirk in history there. Not everybody there in Rambo 3 as in Afghanistan would have turned out to have been a bad dude, decade and a half later there. Well, 2 decades, I suppose. But he's more worried about, showing up in the New York Times or something like that. It's like, okay, you know, we're not going to help you, break your guy out of jail because, he's a colonel in the army or anything like. No. We want to get on, in the newspapers. Oh, okay. All right. Sounds legit. So interesting cross-cutting here, kind of back and forth, kind of interesting. There we go. There's Rambo and the kid. Like, darn kid, get out of here. Crying out loud. Does Rambo have a store where he gets his headbands? Because they aren't all the same in every movie, says P Money. Maybe. Yeah, it was red earlier, wasn't it? About 2 years. Again, great humor in this. It's not like a laugh a minute, like they're not using humor to deflect from like some sadness, like a Marvel movie or something like that. It's just kind of natural humor in there. Pretty good. No, kid, you can't touch his knife. Now he really is going to kill you. He grabs a hold of the knife with his hand. No, kid, you don't grab the knife with your bare hand. That's not how you do it. Yeah, get out of here, kid. Crying out loud. National sport. Rambo's like, football? No. Running around with a sheep, throwing it into the circle. Good times. There he goes. Good job, dude. You quote unquote won. Poor sheep. I'm not even gonna go there, P Money. Not even gonna go there. Because there's a circle here. Yeah, really simple. Sheep, circle, run around. There you go. By the way, Sylvester Stallone, excellent horse rider. What am I trying to say? Equestrian, whatever the hell. All this is him. There's no stunt doubles or body doubles or anything like that. This is Stallone on a horse. Which is pretty good. Again, you just don't see this stuff in movies these days. They'll put in an extra. They'll put in an actual stunt person or something like that, and just cross cut back and forth. You'll see the face. That's about it. Oh, look at me. I'm on the horse. No, you're not, you big dummy. So yeah, this is all Sylvester Stallone. Pretty good. He does a pretty good job. And of course, you got the cross cutting back and forth with the helicopters. Something bad's about to happen. Yeah, again, you can make the argument that the helicopter is the big villain of the movie. The poor sheep. Ay. No, I want the sheep. No, I want the sheep. No, I want. Oh, not. Oh, yeah. See the guy. He's like, come on, Rambo. Come on and join our horse party. And then like Rambo gets the sheep, and he's like, all right, I'm gonna punch you in the face and take your sheep. Dun 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 dun. I kind of like the sort of video game leveling up. You know, so you got your first level boss and second level boss and all that sort of stuff. So, you know, you had Rambo fighting the guy at the very beginning, you know, and now he's, you know, battling out with the guy on the horse here. That's a cool shot. Look at that. Yoink. Yoink. Pretty cool. That's all legit, too. All legit. But yeah, just kind of levels up with the villains out there. Oh my god! Helicopters! Run! Take that, Rock! What was he shooting at? This is a really cool shot right here with the helicopter chasing the guys on the horses. You just don't see that. That would be a CGI shot. That's pretty cool. Pretty cool. So yeah, they did not spare any expense with the explosions. I suppose a good July 4th movie. Bunch of explosions. I kind of think the Colonel guy, like when he's flying the helicopter, it almost like, you know, he's like, you know, sounding it out. Like he'll shoot the gun and it'll be like, look at him. Or like, you know, flex whenever a missile or machine gun would be firing. Look at that. You know, ah! He kind of like overacts it out there. Interesting. Pretty good horsemanship. This is like the coolest Western ever. Look at the horse. So I guess the plan is just kill everybody. What's the plan, sir? Kill everyone, including the women and children, especially the women and the children. Yeah, they did not spare an expense on the explosions. Run, Rambo, run! Why he's flying so low, I don't know. He's like, move. Move. Yeah, no kidding. There's a helicopter about to kill us. Yeah, so Russian Rambo here. I don't know. What do you think? You think he survives? It's just a flesh wound. He'll be all right. Just a couple bandages and he'll be fine. Now the rocket pods are supposed to shoot rockets and not machine guns. It's a little bit of a quirk there. See where they're like you can see the muzzle flashes in the rocket pods. Not supposed to happen like that. No evasive maneuvers whatsoever. They just keep flying right towards them. Kaboom! Just explodes. Kaboom! Yeah, case to be made that the helicopters... There they go. They're shooting machine guns out of the rocket pods. Okay. We'll see. Which is actually like a British... I believe it's a British helicopter that they just put like some wings on. It's supposed to be like a Hind helicopter. Obviously, they couldn't get a Hind helicopter back then. Probably can get one these days pretty cheap. Might need a little work, though. Go over to Ukraine and find them. Well, that'll show those villagers. That'll show them who's boss. There you go. Thank goodness Rambo can outrun helicopters. Yeah, pretty good, too. The helicopters waited until he got to the gun. Very polite of them. That's true. Well, they had other women and children to kill. I mean, that was more important. Yeah, so they blew up everything. No expense spared. Even the craters have craters in them. Well, you know, all that death and destruction, but at least Sylvester Stallone hair looks really awesome. Yeah, so he's supposed to be kind of the good sort of guys right before 9/11 and all that sort of stuff. Ended up getting killed, unfortunately. I believe there was it was like a TV crew or something like that. It was a bunch of assassins. They had like a bomb or something that blew them up. But yeah. Anyways, he was going to be the new president of Afghanistan if we went into Afghanistan and did all that. It was Hamid Karzai, I think. Ended up getting the spot there, and what a great job he did. What a great job he did. Yeah, Bear's trying not to comment too much on the geopolitical stuff of all this. I just want to enjoy a good movie. They killed all his family. I thought he was already an orphan. Yeah, whatever. Shop, shop. Shop, shop, shop. I'm going to start saying that to kids now. Shop, 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 shop. Get out of here, kid. Did the kid who grabbed his knife survive? Yeah, he did. Again, originally Stallone didn't like the kid and was probably planning on killing him off at this point. But for whatever reason, he stuck around. Whatever reason, I don't know why. Stallone's just got to walk away. Walk away. Yeah, the poor Russian Rambo guy. Oh well, it'll be all right. There we go. Oh, he's got a knife. Look out, people. Rambo's got a knife. Rambo's got a knife. And he's gonna stab you in the face with his knife. Well, good thing that mine didn't blow up. I mean, good thing the mine didn't do what it was supposed to do. There's only one. The entire minefield. There was just the one mine. Rambo's gonna. He's like, oh my god, grenades! Gotta crawl underneath. Gotta crawl underneath. So he just rolls over and can see the line. He's like, all right, not a problem. Then you got this Muhaja dummy over here crying out loud. You big dope, what are you doing? You almost got us all killed. And then there's the kid. The kid just shows up. Where the hell's the kid? Where did he come from? By the way, they should have just sent the kid in. He was able to get into the base just like very easily. There you go, Rambo. That's a knife that you can cut through barbed wire with. Like a boss. Well, good thing you got a kid as your backup. Otherwise, what kind of escape plan is this? Let's see. So the moral of the story, if you learn Rambo is in your village, take a vacation away from the village for a few days. This is true. Dun 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 dun. Rambo's got a knife. Rambo's got an explosive. And he's gonna blow you up. Look out, dude. Kunzade. I'm just gonna start saying that from now on. Kunzade! I don't even know what that means. Look out. He's got a knife. He's gonna stab you. In the face. Shocking. God dang it. They are really on high alert. That must have been his favorite coffee cup. He's like, gosh dang it, I only have 2 coffee cups. The other one's at home in Moscow. Guy knocked over my freaking coffee cup. They go on like high alerts. Quick, send out the dogs. Somebody knocked over my favorite coffee cup. Nope. I don't. Nope. They don't even pick up the coffee cup. Ah, for crying out loud. Rambo's got him dead to rights. He's like, I'm gonna just shoot you. Don't look up, whatever you do. Ay. That's how they say hello. That's true. My wife came in, says P Money, and said, you better not be watching a movie with him. I want to see. I said, Rambo 3. She said, take care, Bear, and left. Come on. Rambo 3, it's for everyone. Rambo 3 is for everyone. I think Amy and Melissa have left, but that's all right. How does he get underneath the tank? Wouldn't that run him over? And nobody sees him. Like, well, there's got to be a tank there. What do we need to? What do we need to search for? Now you notice Rambo does all this like sneaking around and hanging on the tank and doing all this other stuff, and you'll see the kid here in just a second, just like casually walk up, like do, like just send the kid in. We don't even need Rambo. We got like Afghanistan Rambo. See, there's the kid. Kid's just like, yeah, I'm right behind Rambo. No big deal. Rambo's doing all this sneaking and going underneath the tank and everything. Kid's just like, all right, I got a bolt action rifle. It's like as big as I am. No biggie. Dang. He's just about to give you the information too. They shot him. P-Mike says, oh, I forgot about the kid. Man, it's been so long since I've seen this. Yeah, the kid. I don't know, like a lot of the late 80s, sort of movies like that, they always had to have a kid in there somewhere. I don't know why. Dude's got a flamethrower. That'll make him talk. Gonna turn him to a crisp. See, the kid's just like casually walking in. He ain't knocking over any coffee cups. Look out, Rambo. Poor guy. Gonna get flambéed here. Ah! The flamethrower. That'll make him talk. Where's this Rambo at? Closer than you think. Look out, Rambo. Oof. That'll leave a mark. Yeah, be real careful, Rambo. You might wake him up from his coma. From his brain injury that you gave him. Don't want him waking up. You gotta be real quiet. I like this here, where it's just their eyes. That's pretty cool. Kill that kid! Ah, come on, Rambo. Whew. I got the knife. See, like the kid, makes it all the way in there, doesn't disturb anything. He could have literally got Trautman out of there. No worries whatsoever. I like how he comes back down the stairs and shoots him. with the unlimited ammo that he has in his AK-47. Kaboom! They did not spare any expense on the explosions. John, how did you get in here? Rambo, well, it involves a moving tank. That's pretty boss. Takes them out with a freaking grenade. Collapses their bridge. That's a lot of explosions. Yeah, we know, guy. There's explosions going on. We got it. That is a high-capacity clip. Ah, the kid. Crying out loud. Ah. So this is what we were talking about earlier, where we kind of give our hero, a little bit of a complication. In this case, he's been injured, so it's not like he's invincible or anything. You always got to have really like upbeat and patriotic music whenever things are just like exploding. Dun 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 dun, dun. Kaboom! He jumps over the fire. Pretty cool. With a kid on his shoulders. Help me! Dude, I've got a kid and a gun in my hand. It's like, help me. With the unlimited ammo. He got the cheat code. He's not invincible, just very unlikely survival abilities. Yeah, because when you've got a injury to your gut, first place you want to go is to the sewers of Afghanistan. That's true. The well-maintained sewers of Afghanistan. Maintained by the best Soviet workers around. I'm not sure if I would be that guy that's like, okay, I'm going to jump into the sewer. Go chase Rambo. Be like, Rambo, go right ahead. I don't need to go after you. Kind of stinks down there. Stallone was like, can I throw the kid at the bad guys as a weapon? It'd be cool if he threw the kid and then it exploded. Kaboom! I shouldn't say that. People might get the wrong idea. We're just here for humor, people. Yeah, jump in that sewer water. Not sure if that's the best place to be. Like, this is the only escape route. Good thing they stood right next to the explosions. That's good. That's the cleanest sewer water P-Money has ever seen. I was worried there for a second. I didn't know he was going to be able to get out. I think the guy, the big heavy there, I think he's like a wrestler. I really haven't seen him in many things, but I think he was a wrestler. A good bad guy, but good muscle there. Where did these guys come from? Like I know Stallone was like, I need two guys to help me out to escape, but like, didn't they kill everybody in the village? Look out! The truck was filled with gasoline. He's like, let's send out the gas truck after him. No. The big heavy is just like, I'm going to lift this truck and push it out of the way. Yeah, that'll show him. This bastard. His skin hanging from the wall. That's a lot of skin. Some great one-liners. God will have mercy. He won't. Pretty badass. Pretty bad arse. Well, good thing they made it to the caves. Gotta go to Pakistan. Oh, I need to switch it, don't I? Kind of just spoiler alert for everybody out there. Probably one of the goriest scenes in the entire movie there. So if you're just a little bit squeamish, just know. Come back in maybe about 3 or 4 minutes. Be okay. Who do you think this man is? Well, he's making a comic with a person named Ya Boy Zach. That is true. That's true. Do go check out First Kill. It's in the description, people. Go check it out. Good stuff. There you go, kid. You need that more than I do. I think that was from the second movie, the lady that was going to start the faux restaurant with Rambo here. I think that was her little trinket that she gave him. So now he's giving it to the little kid that he never really liked in the first place. So once again, very squeamish scene here. So good time to go use the restroom if you need to. Very interesting medical care here. Interesting. He's going to solder his wound close with some gunpowder. Ouch. Let's see the Russian Rambo do that, huh? God, how many knives does Stallone have? Rambo's got a bullet, and he's gonna set it on fire to cauterize himself. Ow! Remember, kids, do not do this at home. Do not do this at home. Ah! Yeah, that might hurt just a little bit. Doesn't. Not very good. Ouch. Ouch. Man. Looks like it would hurt. Looks like it would hurt, people. So they're out searching for Rambo, trying to find him. I don't know why they're wearing winter uniforms during the summer, but that's all right. There he is. So Rambo literally just went by himself. He didn't even need the other people. He didn't need the kid. Didn't need anybody else. He could just like, all right, screw it. I'm going to do it myself. After being impaled, by the way. Gotta hurt. Helicopters didn't kill him the last time, says Peabody. So what did they use to find him? More helicopters. Yeah, again, I think this just goes to the point of the helicopter is the biggest villain of the movie. See, okay, there he has his bow and arrow on his back there. But like, where did it come from? Like, he didn't have it before. He was gonna grab the giant machine gun. That'll get him. I'll just get the giant machine gun. Kind of bad design when your roof has holes in it. Not a very good fortress. The flamethrower again. Right in the back. Can't believe he missed. Yeah, for crying out loud. A little taste of his own medicine there. Pah! Knocked him. Knocked him the hell out. Speaking of knockout, he just held his arm out, and the guy just like, all right, I'm done. I'm knocked out. Well, that's nice. He went back for the girls. That was nice. Like, what would the girls there, like, what information would they? I don't know. We're gonna put the flamethrower to the young girls there. See what happens. I love Richard Crenna's reaction to that. He's like, I'm not sure if I want to get on that helicopter with you. Clothesline did him in. Clothesline him. Did he learn that from Hogan in Rocky III? Might have. Just knocked him out one time. Oof. That had to hurt. Oof. We'll find out if Rambo could fly. He's in the wrong seat. That's all right. Whatever. Look out, Rambo. Look out, Rambo. Oh, they got masks on. That was interesting. Whoa, look out. Oh. And that was the last time anyone in Afghanistan ever died dangling from an airplane. Last time. Never happened again. Yeah, it doesn't look too good. It's less flying and more falling. Yeah, hang on to what? Like, hang on. Okay. There's no seatbelts in this thing, but all right. Yeah, we heard you the first time, Rambo. Yeah, I'm sure that'll just a little Bondo. I'll buff out. Be alright. Fix that in no time. Boom! Well, that blew up. Spared no expense. You're staying? What? What? Why? Yeah, okay, dude. Good luck with that. Did they have like 12 people that they brought out of there? Only like 3 left. The rest of them all fell off. Well, I'm glad they stayed there. Glad they stayed there. Sounds like he's got constipation problems. Oop, why did this? Hold on. Let me go back here. 1 second. Why did that, what's up with that? Oh, okay, that's why. That's why. Okay, there we go. Okay. Here we go. It's funny, Rambo never uses the sniper rifle. I don't know why he carried it. I love the reaction. That's pretty funny. How many helicopters do they have? Crying out loud. Oh, man. Oh, now he hears the helicopters. I mean, before they just snuck up on him. Find some cover. What, behind this rock? Oh, good thing there's that cave. Probably the most iconic part, the part that everybody remembers is the whole bow and arrow versus a helicopter. Look out, dude! No! Kaboom! That's pretty funny. I think that's the part that everybody remembers, is the shooting down of the helicopter with the bow and arrow. Pretty classic. A barrel bomb! Look at there! Old school. Like Syria. Good thing he landed on his feet. How are you? Well done. See, Schwarzenegger doesn't have all the one-liners. Sly can be a funny guy, too. P-Mike says, I always wondered why the director has blood splatter on the video camera in some of these movies. It makes it a little bit more visceral. I mean, I see where you're coming from. You're not supposed to actually think of the video camera being there, or film camera, but kind of a visceral thing. It's all right. As long as they don't do it too much, I think it's fine. Now, if you were the Soviets in this would be like a horror film, right? You're down in the cave, some serial killer is around just like stalking you, about to kill you with his knife and bow and arrow. He didn't explode. I thought he was supposed to explode. Oh, for crying out loud. Oh, because he had to get his radio. Yeah. There you go. Worst nightmare. Yeah, so this would be like a horror scene if you were the Soviet. Stab right to the face. Rambo's got a knife, and he's gonna stab you in the face. Good callback here. Ow. See, he's just this is kind of like the second movie where they, or actually kind of the first movie as well, where they kind of do the kind of stealth taking everybody down. Lot more deaths in this one than in the first movie, though. If P-Money were Stallone, he would grab those night vision goggles. He doesn't need them. He pulls the guy right in front of him. He's like, no, you die first. Good shot, Trautman. Yeah, he's been tortured, been, hung by his hands. And Trautman's just going to be like, all right, yeah, I'll climb up this ladder. Just free climb it up there. Not a problem. Like a boss. Wow. There's the explosions. That's got to be loud in the cave, though. Ay, ay, ay. Look at him, just using the arm. Not even using the legs. Like a machine. Take that, Stallone. You may have a bow, but I got a human shield. That's right. Even protected him when he blew up, too. But he, gets out of the cave, real quick. There must be an elevator in there or something. Shoot him, Trautman. What are you doing? No, not the knife. Rambo's powerless without his knife. Ah, for crying out loud. So it's kind of a callback to the intro. The intro scene there where he's fighting. So they kind of put it onto a loop there. Kind of interesting. Oof. Oh, he's got him in the bear hug. That'll show him. I don't know what that's supposed to do, but all right. So if you remember the intro when they were fighting, Rambo takes out that guy, gives him a roundhouse kick. He's going to give him a roundhouse kick here. Watch this. Wah! What a way to go, too. You're being hung and blown up at the same time. What a way to go. What a way to go. It's okay, Rambo lost his knife. He still has his headband. That's where his power comes from. I like Samson with his hair. That's true. hell is that? Well, they got there quick. We couldn't find you before, but now we got you. Now we got you. Because they were searching by helicopters. Like, where did all the tanks, all the people come from? You literally tried to kill him multiple times. Yeah, we don't want to hurt you. We just want to torture you. Just the little bits of humor in here is good stuff. Surrounding him is out. There's only two of us. Good thing he's got the unlimited ammo unlock. Whoa, Rambo. That's some salty language, sir. Why didn't he just shoot the helicopter? Oh, it's bulletproof. Okay, never mind. Bulletproof helicopter. They're shooting the guns with the rocket pods. Ay, ay, ay. They couldn't afford any more rockets. Ask him if he wants to play chess. There you go. That's a good delay tactic. Look out, Rambo! Good thing they had this ditch there that they could hide in. I love how they just stop shooting. It's like, we almost had him. Oh, wait, no, stop shooting. We have him in our sights with a tank. No, let's stop shooting because people on horseback are coming. Oh, well, oh my God. The Mujahideen. Mujahideen, whatever you call them. So they did have him surrounded after all. Interesting. Ah, the dang kid. The kid survives. The kid is learning a lot of lessons for later in life, unfortunately. He's got his technical here. Just gonna blast everybody. I mean, sure, it's an American gun, but that's all right. No worries. Well, I guess they would. No, because it would be the Russians. They wouldn't have American guns. This is a really cool final scene, though. I mean, it's a really, action-packed kind of a blend of old and new. Horses, and then you got your helicopters. So pretty cool. Good job, kid. Learning on the job there. Learn how to use a mortar. Yeah, let's ride directly into this tank with our horse. By the way, fun fact, the horse that Sylvester Stallone uses here is actually the horse that Indiana Jones uses in the third Indiana Jones movie. So, interesting thing there. Little tidbit. I think they were shooting around the same time. Maybe within a couple months or something like that of each other. So, pretty cool. I believe this was in Arizona, too. So, there you are. He got shot in the leg? Oh, my God. Where hasn't he been shot? Well, good thing he could stand right up. Normally, when you get shot in the leg, you really can't stand very well. But all right. Good for him. And tank crew is like, let's get out of this armored vehicle for whatever reason. I don't know why. When Stallone got in trouble stuck in that ditch, he should have said, son of a ditch. P-Money has brought the puns tonight. So normally they have like multiple people, like one person would be driving the tank, the other guy would be shooting. I guess one guy can do it all. What can't he do? Why didn't he just shoot him right there? Ah, darn it. Lost his door gunner. And how does Rambo know how to drive a tank? A Soviet tank. Rocket pod, shooting machine guns. Yeah, whatever. I don't know what the plan was here. Like, okay, I'm going to charge this tank with my helicopter. Okay. Not sure that's how it works. You can't fly up and around the guy, but okay. So they're going to play a game of chicken. No, John, don't get out of there. You're doing fine. Why would you want to get out of there? Oh. That's what happens when you run into a tank with your helicopter. Not good things. Not good things. Again, kind of going back, probably the biggest villain was the helicopter. Entire movie. Age-old questions, tank versus helicopter. Man, that tank got really big all of a sudden. There's a lot of space in that tank. It was pretty confined earlier. Good thing you can roll around in there. Just a scratch. No biggie. You'd figure it would be hot after it was on fire, but whatever. Little nitpick stuff here. Little nitpick stuff. Well, there you go, people. That's Rambo, people. Man, he's got some great hair, too. Look at there. That is Rambo. There he is. Everybody's happy. Everybody's happy there. They saved the day. Trautman's back. Got an American Jeep. Don't know where, but that's all right. He's like, maybe next time. No, we don't want it next time, please. Stallone's like, nope. I'm going to leave. Goodbye. See ya. I'm out, kid. By the way, I hate your guts. He's got like a 2-week-old blockbuster rental movie that he's got to take back. That's really important. Sorry, kid. Something's more important. It's more important than you. See you, kid. See you in about 20 years or so. Yeah, they are getting soft. Just a little soft. I mean, he should have taken on, like, 2 helicopters with that tank. 2 of them. Dedicated to the gallant people of Afghanistan. Luckily, we never had to go back. Never had to go back there. So there we go. There we go, people. There is Rambo. Rambo's back. Literally, there's his back right there. Oh, and one of the greatest songs of all time. Many wise men. Oh, yeah, gotta sing like this. Well, do-do-do-do. Yeah. See, there you go. There's Israel. They filmed the movie there in Israel, and also Thailand as well. Pretty good stuff. I think the director did a really good job. Thrown in his lap, 2 weeks, 1 week into the production there, and it's like, okay, you're now the director, sir. Well, you did a pretty good job. I mean, nothing that was, iconic imagery, but workmanlike. Did a really good job with it. His welfare is mine. Yeah. Oh, yeah. He ain't heavy. He's my brother. Oh, yeah. P-Money says, oh, he's my brother's song. That's the twist. The Colonel is actually Rambo's brother. Holy cow. Wow. That is interesting, sir. That is very interesting. That might be true. You never know. He's my brother. Yeah. Well, people, we hope that you were able to enjoy not only a terrific movie out there, probably one of the best action movies, definitely of the 80s out there. 1 and 2, Bear kind of considers Rambo First Blood Part 1 and Part 2 kind of just kind of call it the same movie. Very circular, very character arc. It all kind of circles back around and everything. This one is a little bit more kind of self-contained. Good, really good. Taking on current events of the time and kind of talking about it in a kind of a certain way there. So really cool. Just very unfortunate what happened 9/11 and all that stuff afterwards, where people would take a look at this movie and say, oh, well, it's the movie where Rambo helps out, the Mujahideen. It's like, well, no, he's there to, help out Colonel Trautman, and, just there's tangential stuff that have to do with Mujahideen and all that sort of stuff. And it's mainly Afghan villagers and stuff. So very interesting movie. I hope that it gets a little bit more respect in the years following. Hopefully a little bit more of a renaissance there. Bear kind of came into it. It's like, I really like the first two movies. I remember, he shoots the helicopter with the bow and arrow, and they're in Afghanistan, and that's about that. And I wasn't really too much into it, but coming up with the video here and trying to do that, rewatch it, came out really well. Bear changed his impression over time. Kind of came around and says, you know what, this is a really good, if not great movie. So once again, excellent job there from Stallone. Excellent job there from Richard Crenna. A really good team. Really wish that they were able to come back to make another movie. Although they really didn't need to. This kind of ends it on a pretty good note. It was only a couple years afterwards that the Soviet Union fell. So, Rambo's kind of reason to be around wasn't really there. But really, really good movie. I wish that they would have came back with Trautman for the fourth movie, but events happened, and Bear has seen maybe about 20 minutes of it last night, just kind of getting prepared for some stuff there. More of a grindhouse movie, number 4. But if you do want to check out number 4, leave Bear a note. Let him know, hey, Bear, let's continue it. Let's do 4 and 5. So we'll see. Bear has not seen any of 5. Don't know anything about that. A little bit of 4. Did not know it was directed by Stallone himself. So pretty cool. Pretty cool stuff out there. All right, let me get to Get to the chat here. Oh, for crying out loud. Do the thing with the thing. There we go. There is the chat. There is the chat out here. Let's see. P-Money says, I found Rambo 1 kind of slow compared to the other ones. Rambo 1 is a completely different movie than probably the rest of the Rambo movies. Let's see, that came out late 70s, I think, but it's more the product of the sort of early 70s type movies. So we really hadn't had the action blockbuster movies at that point. And you probably say, Terminator came out in 83, 84, something like that. First Blood Part 2 came out in 82, if Bear remembers correctly. So that might have been one of the very first big action adventure blockbuster movies out there. So different era, different time with Rambo First Blood Part 1. A little bit more of a character study. Not that any of the other two movies kind of shied away from that, but a little bit more of a character study. The other movies, a little bit more action-oriented, shoot-'em-up type situation there. This one probably the most out of all of them. Hesitate to call it jingoistic, but it is a little bit, very rah, America type movie. Or anti-Soviet, Soviet Union's heading down. We're just kicking them while they're heading down there. So probably a little bit more of a. Again, that's why the main villain really, he was supposed to be encompassing of communism, socialism out there. So he really never became kind of his own sort of Brian Dennehy type villain out there from the first one. We didn't really have that, so Beer kind of jokes around. Oh yeah, the helicopters are the main villain. There you go. There you are, people. Well, I hope everybody was able to enjoy. Let me go back here. Enjoy the movie that we have here. Oh, there we go. Some popcorn being thrown. And by the way, people, just kind of wrap it up here. We are the reason for the season out here. Your boy Zach, he's got this great campaign out here. First Kill, Indiegogo, down there in the description. Go check it out. Would appreciate it very much. Well, thank you, P-Money. Thank you for being here. Do appreciate it. Do appreciate it out there. Want to thank P-Money. Want to thank Amy and Melissa out there. Always enjoying their company. Oh, what? Well, I don't know. Do we thank our Russian bots? I don't know if there's that many Russian bots for tonight's show here, but we do enjoy all the lurkers out there as well. Want to thank everybody out there. But you know what? All of this talk, let's talk about Rambo. It's making Bear hungry. So he's going to head back into the woods. So until next time, have a happy July 4th, people. Arrgh!